Hello, welcome to the boxing predictions video. This is Adrien Broner versus Emmanuel Taylor. So Adrien Broner is scheduled to face Emmanuel Taylor this coming Saturday in a non-title light welterweight bout. So Adrien Broner was obviously fighting Emmanuel Taylor, as I said. I don't really know much about Emmanuel Taylor, to be honest. His record is 18 fights, I think with 12 knockouts with 2 losses. And like I said, I have no idea who really he is. I had to type his name a couple of times. Doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, which is obviously quite surprising. Then again, Wikipedia, that's obviously irrelevant. That's not relevant to the video. So I do think Adrien Broner will win this fight easily, just like his previous fight when he fought Carlos Molina in his 140-pound debut last May. As everybody does know, Adrien Broner did lose his last fight. No, his 2 fights ago against Marcus Maidana. So he's now fighting 140 pounds, which is the light welterweight division, and he's had one fight, as I said, against Carlos Molina this past May, and now he's fighting Emmanuel Taylor. Like I said, I do think Adrien Broner will win this fight because, yeah, he did lose to Maidana, which I did expect him to win, but Emmanuel Taylor, I don't know much about him. He has had 2 losses already. I know Broner's lost, but I just don't see how Adrien Broner can lose his fight unless he just hasn't trained properly and he's got his mind elsewhere, thinking about other fights, or maybe he's just got other obligations outside the ring and just doesn't take this fight seriously and might get knocked out or get a shock decision. But I just don't see that happening. I've watched quite a lot of interviews and a few different articles, and what I've been reading and seeing, Adrien Broner's got this in the bag fully. I'm not sure if it's knocking him out because Adrien Broner's power seems to be evaporated after his move up from lightweight to welterweight last year. But who knows, maybe the lesser weight might help Adrien Broner, because sometimes, in my opinion, when fighters go up, obviously as many people do, might agree with me as well, when fighters go up weights, sometimes they lose their punching power through their weight. Sometimes you go down the weight division, it might help. So after this fight, if he does, which I should think he will win against Emmanuel Taylor, I want Adrien Broner to go off and fight maybe Danny Garcia, if Danny Garcia is still around at this current point, maybe next year, or maybe fight a good, higher, respectable name in the 140-pound division, maybe someone like Lucas Matisse, Lamont Peterson, around that sort of limit. Well, I know that Lamont Peterson is the IBF champion, but I do think, because he's only fought a handful of opponents since his win against Amir Khan in 2011. He's not really a really world-class fighter, whereas I think Adrien Broner is probably on the cusp of becoming a world-class fighter. He needs to get a few more wins under his belt again to get the confidence fully back, then go and fight for some world titles, and who knows, he could go back to the welterweight division maybe next year or the year after. He's only young, I think he's about 24 years old now, maybe 23, so I do think now is the point in his career where, not make a break, but it's big times for him. If he loses this fight, he's going to go right back down to square one again. But if he wins against Emmanuel Taylor, which he should do, then he'll go against the likes of Danny Garcia, Lamont Peterson, maybe clean up the 140-pound division if that's one of his achievements, one of his targets, then go back to the welterweight division and fight better people now. So this has been my Adrien Broner versus Emmanuel Taylor fight prediction. I'll see you in the next video.